Do metabolic health programs work in employer-based settings? Yes, this study demonstrates that cardiometabolic health programs work and thrive in employer-based settings. In fact, I would argue that this is the optimum location for cardiometabolic health programs. This is because in the traditional medical clinical model, incentives frequently do not align towards optimizing or improving patients' cardiometabolic health. As an example, you have billing departments that are interested in turning a profit for the clinic, you have insurance companies that are interested in their profits, and you have providers that may see 40 patients a day and generally are just burnt out. However, an employer has a great incentive to making all of their employees as happy and as healthy as possible. That is an excellent alignment of incentives. And in fact, happy and healthy employees make a happy and healthy company. Do you think the combination of coaching and solid nutrition recommendations produce the effects? Yes, I think that the toward health approach combined with therapeutic carbohydrate reduction produced the impressive weight loss results seen in this study that were durable up until a year, and patients were continuing to lose weight. A lot of people like to point towards randomized controlled trials and say that lifestyle changes aren't sustainable. What they fail to understand is that while those randomized controlled trials, they did test those diets, they also test how those diets and eating patterns were implemented. This is a novel implementation in a novel setting that has produced remarkable results over the course of 1 year. Do you think that interventions like this have a place in a market dominated by expensive GLP-1 injection medications? Yes, the toward approach along with therapeutic carbohydrate reduction has a place first and foremost in the treatment of chronic diseases, including obesity and diabetes. Lifestyle changes remain the first line intervention for all chronic diseases, all chronic cardiometabolic diseases for all of the professional organizations. In fact, my favorite part of this study was our comparison to semaglutide 2.4 milligrams. In the STEP trials, about 15 to 30% of patients did not lose more than 5% of weight. This is important as this is the threshold that is defined as clinically meaningful weight loss. Above 5% is when you generally start to see improvements in cardiometabolic markers and in blood sugar and in blood pressure. For this critical weight threshold, we beat Wegovy 2.4 milligrams. Only 5% of our patients did not meet this threshold, whereas 15 to 30% of patients in the STEP trials did not meet this critical threshold of 5%. For every other weight threshold thereafter, we actually performed just as well as semaglutide. For every other weight threshold after 5%, we performed just as well as Wegovy 2.4 milligrams in the STEP trials. The toward approach is a very potent and effective intervention, especially when compared to prescription medications. In fact, we were even able to save the employer money through our study. We can compare this to the list price of semaglutide. In fact, we can compare these cost savings to Wegovy. If every patient in America were put on Wegovy, that would equate to $1.9 trillion in prescription costs yearly for a single medication. We saved our employers money through the toward health approach with TCR. Do you have any other important thoughts to share? I really want to highlight the clinically meaningful weight loss threshold in this study, where we had a 3 to 6 time improvement in patients that met the clinically meaningful weight loss threshold of 5% over semaglutide, which is a very powerful and expensive prescription medication. If a patient does not meet this critical 5% weight loss threshold, insurance companies will frequently kick them off of the medicine, and there generally is no recourse. Medicine does not have great answers for these patients if they fail this medication. We have better results at this critical weight loss threshold than a medication that would cost $1.9 trillion per year if everybody in America were put on it. Lifestyle changes remain first line, and the toward health approach, along with therapeutic carbohydrate reduction, outperformed Wegovy 2.4 milligrams made employees happy, made them healthier, and made the company itself happy and healthier.